This Wednesday, the Federal Reserve announces its interest rate decision, and there's something in the data most investors have completely missed. Everyone assumes the Fed's next move is a cut. But at the last meeting, 9 Fed officials signaled they expect at least one rate hike before the end of this year. A hike. Now, to be clear, markets give a hold this Wednesday about an 87% probability. The real fight is over what the Fed signals about the rest of the year, and that signal is what moves your money. Because dividend funds like SCHD are historically the first thing that gets hurt when rates rise. It happened in 2022, and SCHD is walking into this meeting sitting at a 52-week high. So is Wednesday the moment this whole rally gets tested? Today, I'm breaking down what the Fed is actually deciding, the exact number that would signal trouble for SCHD, and what you should do before and after the announcement. Let's get into it. Here's the plan. First, the setup, where rates stand, why this meeting is different, and the 3 ways Wednesday can go. Then, why SCHD specifically is sensitive to this, with the 2022 story as the warning. Next, the other side, why SCHD might actually hold up fine or even benefit. And finally, the exact tripwire number to watch after the announcement and what long-term holders should actually do. Let's go. Quick disclaimer. This is educational analysis using published data, not financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Fed decisions and market reactions are unpredictable. Always verify current data yourself and consult a qualified professional before investing. Let me set the table because this meeting is more interesting than the headlines suggest. The Fed's benchmark rate has been parked at 3.50 to 3.75% since a cut back in December. Since then, nothing. They held in June, and they held with a noticeably hawkish tone. Why? Because inflation refuses to die. Core inflation has been creeping higher, with the most recent reading the hottest in a year. At the same time, the job market has been softening. So the Fed is squeezed between inflation that argues for higher rates and a weakening labor market that argues for cuts. That's the tension Wednesday has to navigate. And here's the detail almost nobody noticed. At the June meeting, the Fed's own projections in a unanimous hold decision showed 9 of 18 officials expecting at least one rate hike before the end of 2026. Not a cut. A hike. While most of the market keeps waiting for cuts, half of the committee is leaning the other way. That gap between what investors expect and what the Fed is signaling is exactly where nasty surprises come from. One more wrinkle. This meeting has a relatively new hand on the wheel. Kevin Warsh took over as Fed chair in May, and this is one of his first major decisions. And unlike some meetings, there are no updated economic projections released this time, which means every single word of the statement and press conference gets dissected for clues. So there are 3 ways Wednesday goes. A cut, which markets price as a long shot. A hold with soft, dovish language, which markets would likely cheer. Or a hold with hawkish language nodding toward the hike that half the committee has penciled in. Futures markets put roughly 87% odds on a hold, so the decision itself is almost known. The language is the event. And it's that hawkish scenario that matters most for SCHD. Here's why. You might be thinking, SCHD holds Coca-Cola and Merck and Chevron, solid companies. Why would a Fed statement rattle it? 2 reasons, and the second one is the big one. Reason 1 is competition. SCHD's appeal is income, currently a yield around 3.2%. But when rates rise, safe alternatives pay more. Short-term treasuries are already paying over 4%, risk-free. Every notch higher the Fed pushes rates, the worse SCHD's 3.2% looks by comparison, and the more income money drifts from dividend funds into bonds and cash. That's a slow leak, not a crash, but it's real. Reason 2 is how dividend funds trade. Here's the concept in plain English. A fund like SCHD is bought mostly for its steady stream of future cash payments. That makes it behave a little like a bond. And bonds fall when long-term interest rates rise. So when the 10-year Treasury yield climbs, dividend-heavy funds like SCHD historically get hit harder than the broader market, because their entire value proposition, those future cash flows, gets discounted more aggressively. You don't have to take that on theory. We watched it happen. In 2022, when yields spiked, dividend equities sold off hard, and it's the template analysts still point to. And the specific tripwire they've identified this time is the 10-year Treasury sustained above 4.75%. If a hawkish Fed statement or a hot inflation print pushes the 10-year through that level and keeps it there, history says SCHD's leadership over the S&P 500 is the first thing to fade. And remember the context. SCHD isn't entering this meeting beaten down and cheap. It's entering at a 52-week high, up around 20% this year after a monster run. The higher the pedestal, the more a rate shock stings. That's the honest bear case for Wednesday. Now let's look at the other side, because it's a strong argument and a good reason not to panic before the Fed decision. SCHD's rally wasn't driven by falling interest rates. It was driven by investors seeking safety during inflation concerns and economic uncertainty. If the Fed stays hawkish because inflation remains elevated, that same defensive demand could continue supporting dividend-paying companies. In other words, while higher rates can pressure valuations, they can also encourage investors to favor stable, cash-generating businesses like those in SCHD. Another advantage is the quality of SCHD's holdings. The fund focuses on profitable companies with strong cash flow, healthy balance sheets, and sustainable dividends. These businesses are generally less dependent on borrowing, making them more resilient in a higher rate environment than many speculative growth companies. At the same time, corporate earnings remain healthy, providing additional support for the broader market. Strong earnings can offset some of the pressure created by higher interest rates, so the outlook isn't one-sided. Higher rates may create headwinds, but defensive positioning, quality fundamentals, and solid earnings provide meaningful support. That's why trying to predict a single Fed meeting is far less important than having a long-term investment plan that works regardless of the outcome. Here's a practical playbook for this week. If you're already a long-term SCHD investor, don't make decisions based on a single Fed meeting. Quality businesses don't change overnight because of one policy announcement, and successful investing is built on patience, not predicting short-term market moves. If you're thinking about buying SCHD, waiting until after the Fed decision is reasonable because it's a known event just days away. If the market reacts negatively, you may get a better entry price. If it rallies, missing a small move is unlikely to matter over a 10 or 20-year investment horizon. After the announcement, keep an eye on the 10-year Treasury yield rather than focusing on every headline or press conference comment. A sustained rise in bond yields could create pressure for dividend stocks, while stable yields would keep the focus on company fundamentals and future dividend growth. Finally, avoid trading during the initial market reaction. Fed day volatility is often unpredictable, and the first move frequently reverses within a day or two. Stick to your long-term plan instead of reacting emotionally to short-term market swings. Here's the key lesson. Markets react to surprises, not just events. For SCHD, long-term interest rates matter more than headlines. You don't need to predict every Fed decision. You just need to understand what drives your investments. Own quality assets, know what influences their performance, and stick to your long-term plan instead of reacting emotionally to short-term market moves. To sum it up, this week's Fed decision could create short-term volatility for SCHD, but long-term investors shouldn't overreact. Watch the 10-year Treasury yield more than the headlines. If you're buying, waiting until after the announcement is reasonable. What do you expect from the Fed? And would a SCHD dip make you buy or worry? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, because I'll break down what the decision actually means for SCHD right after it drops, and then the September dividend is the next domino. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.